So listen, Kurt, you would work some indie shows during your run in TNA, specifically Northeast Wrestling. They're based out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Also, Newburgh, New York, where you would defend the TNA title against Christian Cage, and you also challenged Samoa Joe for the TNA title. Did you put these bookings together, or was this all just TNA and you're showing up and doing what you're supposed to?
Well, TNA, I had an incredible contract. They gave me a lot of money. I had a lot less dates than WWE. I mean, I only had like 52 dates that I needed to oblige. Oblige with the company. So what they did is they started sending me out, marketing me to other companies so they can make a little bit of their money back. I didn't get paid for these shows, unfortunately, but I understood why they did it. And after a while, I told them, listen, that's enough, because they started sending me to Japan, and I was going over there 5 times a year, and it was ridiculous. And, I was getting 50 grand a pop in Japan, and I wasn't seeing any of the money. So it didn't seem right to me. After a while, I was like, okay, I'm doing way too much. You guys need to back off and just let me do my TNA schedule. And that's what we did eventually.
So that's how they were going to make their money back on Kurt Angle. They signed you to this big deal, but then they were going to run you ragged any chance they got to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that wanted you.
They did for a while, but they backed off. Dixie was really cool about it. So,
oh, that's cool. So as far as what about like conventions and autograph signings? Did you get to keep any profits from that type of stuff when you were with TNA?
They never dabbled with that. My manager, all that stuff up. So even if TNA got me the appearance, they would go through my manager, and I would get paid through my manager and not through TNA.
Oh, so that's good. So you were able to still make some side money there. What about Ring of Honor? Do you ever remember having any serious conversations with Ring of Honor back then about possibly doing anything with them?
No, I'm surprised. But I wasn't really interested in doing anything outside of TNA. I did what I had to do because the company wanted me to. If they would ask me to go to Ring of Honor, which I think Ring of Honor at that particular time was a competitor, so they didn't want me to go over there and compete against myself. So I think that's the reason why I never did anything with Ring of Honor. But don't get me wrong, I would have loved to.
Especially in 16 here, where you are going to work the indie loop. It would have been fun to see them bring you in for a one-off or something.
Yeah, you know what? I never reached out to them, and they never reached out to me.